Hello there, welcome to Hashtag Toe to Toe. Your boxing questions answered by a panel, which of course includes Spencer Phil. I'm very pleased to say British heavyweight contender Dillian Whyte back after his fight against Anthony Joshua. Dillian, great to have you on the show. Welcome, mate. How you doing?
I'm good, man. Thanks for having me. Happy New Year to you guys and to the fans and supporters.
Yeah, Happy New Year. Hopefully big 2016 ahead. Yeah. You had that injury though. First question comes from Kern NFFC, who asks, what have you learnt most from your fight with AJ and how will it help you in the future?
The main thing I've learned is I got to take my career a little bit more serious. When I get these injuries, I got to get it looked at properly and be a bit smarter because I got old school mindset. I get hurt, I think, I'm a little bit of pain, I'll be all right. It will go away.
Yeah.
I just keep training. Now I realise that I got to look after myself, get treated, and just, you know.
You had a burster on the shoulder, didn't you? You think your advisor was
the burster was the first time, the first thing, but then after I had a cortisone injection in it that ended up developing arthritis in the top bit of my shoulder.
Yeah.
And I had major damage to the bone here, so they had to shave and trim a lot of bone, shave my ligaments and my stuff and my bursa and smooth it down and clear out a lot of old tissue and stuff. So it was quite a big surgery, to be honest.
How do you reflect on that answer then from Dillian about what he learned from the fight?
Yeah, what I'm saying is this, like, through the injury, like sometimes you're saying like you're old school. Does that old school constitute the fact that sometimes you could be a bit ignorant to say like, I'm just fighting, I don't care?
Yeah, that's my mindset. That's what I said on September the 12th. One arm, one leg, I'll be here in December 12th. And that's what I've done. You know what I mean? I try and back up what I say, you know. To the
it's
best
tough when you got a family though, isn't it? Because you think you got money as well.
No, listen, this fight was never about money. People don't get twisted. Listen, the money helps, but this fight was never about money. This fight was about pride, bragging rights, and my genuine belief that I could beat this man. And even with the injury I had and the arm that was bad, I must beat him with that arm.
Yeah, well, yeah. On that point, Adam 5 at Dagger87 on Twitter asks, what went through your mind when you wobbled AJ?
What went through my mind is, I'm going to put this man to sleep.
Yeah.
That was all. I was thinking to myself, as soon as I hit him, my shoulder was hurting. Then I thought to myself, you know what, I'm putting this man away. I'm going to shock the world.
And how badly was he hurt, do you think?
He was gone. Listen, he tries to play it down, but he knew. If he wasn't badly hurt, he wouldn't have asked for an immediate rematch after the fight. 5-10 minutes after the fight, he asked a rematch backstage and Barrier and said, no, mate, you don't want to go nowhere near that fella anytime soon.
What do you think about that in terms of wobbling? Because how close was this man to victory?
I did say prior to the fight that like this was going to be very reminiscent.
You put your prediction in an envelope somewhere. Yeah, never managed to find it. I don't know what you predicted.
Yeah, or Frank. No, well, not one of this. Yeah, exactly. Like put it this way, I said it's going to be reminiscent of Frank Bruno versus Jumbo Cummins, where Frank Bruno got hurt badly in the fight. Yeah. I'm being real, and Dylan's here as well. I thought this fight was a little bit too early for Dillian, for the fact of the work that Dylan's been doing, and I can see the improvements in his work. And maybe if this fight was 2 or 3 fights down the line, and not only that, but we went into the fight injured. But we have to be realistic. Like with Anthony Joshua, we have to say that Anthony Joshua's a monster. But this man stood with a monster, so then he's a monster as well. Yeah. That's how we have to look at it.
And showed a blueprint perhaps to tackling the monster versus other people that fought.
No, because I think a lot of this fight was emotional. Then like you have to admit, a lot of it was emotional, right?
Yeah, of course.
Like when you hurt him, he was more like, right, you know, I'm taking you out. And I think it's more so like the game plan, because when you did hurt him, the punches that you administered at the time when you was hurting him were not the punches. If you like never hated him so much, you'd have thrown more educated punches.
That's what I mean about experience. A lot of it is to do with my experience, so it's not only ignorance. A lot of it's experience, because like I said, if I was experienced enough as well, let's say I thought you was part of what let me down, I would have stepped back and gone in a bit more clinical and taken him out. But it was one of those ones where I thought, you know, I'm going to put you away and make Eddie and have an heart attack, you know.
I bet he was, I bet he was close to having one. Dan Frost asks, what ideally is your next move? Stick at British level or go for the European title?
At the moment, I'm just focused on healing and recovering, but whatever presents itself that makes sense to me moving forward in my career. If it's at British level, there's only 3 people I can fight at British level. 4 people, realistically.
Who are they?
And it's Price, Chisora, Joshua, and David Haye, really.
Right. And of all of those names, I would like to see you fight Derek Chisora.
Yep.
So the simple fact that you can get away with like not cutting your hair. Like you can come in like, you know, you didn't go to the barbers. I know you didn't go to the barbers today. You know, I thought you guys should have learned.
I still look beautiful.
Spence gives you most feedback on you.
I don't need to cut my hair as much as Spencer to look beautiful. I'm handsome.
I ain't gonna argue. You're bigger than me, but come on now, come on, man. Right, but anyway, but what I'm saying is that fight there, for the simple fact that I think that'll grab public attention. Like, you both could be the bad guys then, right? But regardless of that, public attention, I think that would be a crossover fight, more so because we would actually get a good fight
Derek's
because they have the styles.
Derek's fought well title,
of course he fought,
but
the styles, and they sparred together. I remember the first time you guys sparred together at the Real Fight Club. I was there the first time.
Spencer knows things that nobody else knows.
Right.
That's why I want to fight Derek Chisora.
You know what I mean? So, and I would...
encouraged by that.
Yeah. I'd love to fight him because, for one, me and Derek would make for great TV.
Yeah.
The build-up as well as the fight, because we'll both show up to fight. There won't be no running and no this and that. We'll both show up to fight because that's all Derek knows what to do, and I won't run from him.
Yeah. You'd be confident.
And I know what Derek don't like. For sure, I know what Derek don't like.
Quick question from Debbie. She says, we talked about the injury. Did you have it before the fight or did it happen during the fight?
Yeah, of course. I had the injury from September. My surgeon said to me, this is an old injury. This has happened.
Yeah.
He said this happened over years where your bones been damaged and re-healed and recalcified, so they got a lot bigger. So we had to shave all of that down. I had a cortisone injection that masked the pain, but it didn't heal the injury.
Yeah.
Made the injury worse because I wasn't feeling pain and I was just fighting through. And I got quite a high pain threshold, as you can see from the fight.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Yeah, definitely so. Mark McCauley asks, when you beat Joshua in the amateurs, would you say his power's come on a long way since that fight? It's different head guards and everything.
Of course he is. He's developed. I've developed. We're a lot stronger, but Joshua's not as powerful as what everybody makes out to be.
Really?
Everybody makes out to be this man is so formidable. You can knock a house over. It's not.
Wait there though, Dylan. Could this maybe he is that powerful? Maybe you're just more tougher than what people expected.
Could be.
I mean, because I remember seeing you. I remember seeing you from the kickboxing days, and just know that you're a tough guy. And when I was telling people prior to this, right, I'm not harping back, but when I was saying to people like, right, you are just a tough individual, and it's not going to be no pushover, and everyone was saying I'm just gassing up the fight because I know you and I know Anthony Joshua and blah, and you proved like that your toughness and your resilience. So I think you're putting yourself down a little bit.
No, you probably listen. I don't like to blow my own trumpet sort of thing, but you know what I mean. Like I said, a lot of people don't know about me because they haven't seen me. But I'm a tough guy. I'm a tough person. I'm talented. I can box and I can fight. I probably like fighting more than I do boxing. I probably should box more because I have the boxing skills. But I'm a tough person. That's just me. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because of all being in life, and I have to grow up. I'm a tough person. That's just who I am. You know. So,
and you must feel good about your career though now at this stage.
Yeah, my career doesn't change. It's slowed down a little bit, maybe because the injury is 6 months or something. I'm 2 fights. I'll probably come back and have 2-3 fights and get called for a real title. Yeah. You know, so this ain't done anything to my career. If anything, it's enhanced my career. Obviously, I didn't get the decision I wanted and the one I could have gotten, but I just gained so much experience. I just know what I need to do now. Yeah, go again. Got a question because Spencer mentioned the kickboxing there. Got a question from Michael Pengelly who says, "Why boxing over mixed martial arts or kickboxing? Why did you choose the sport?" Boxing boxing is a big sport in England. Kickboxing is a big sport. I did kickboxing as a kid to get off the street and get out of trouble. Yeah. You know, and to keep myself. But mixed martial arts is getting big, isn't it, in the States? And it is, but that's in the States. I'm British. Yeah. British heavyweight boxing is where it's at the moment. Yeah. I'll answer that question. I'll answer this question. He's in the same. For him, yeah. No, I'm going to interject there. Yeah. Right. Pay-per-view, Sky Sports, bank balance is fat. No more questions. Well, no, but you love boxing for more than that money, don't you? Pardon me? You love boxing for more than just the money. It's a good sign for boxing. No. Of course. No, I'm saying like I love the sport because like it's embellished within my lifestyle and everything else. Yeah. But I'm saying like where you have an early kind of a sport. But what I'm saying is like as long as we get good matches inside boxing, now we are getting good matches. There is a resurgence right now inside of our beloved sport. I mean, tonight we're going to the premiere of the Creed movie. It's got Tony Bellew in it. Yeah. Like everyone's talking about boxing right now. We've had quite a few boxing films out recently as well. Everybody's talking about the sport right now, and the sport's on a massive high. I love mixed martial arts because it's the first thing I started off doing. Yeah. I love it. But boxing for me, I've always watched boxing as a kid, and it's something I always wanted to do. And then years later, I find out my dad, I'm a granddad box bare knuckle, but they didn't tell me because they have a bad view and a bad take of boxing because of what it was at that time. They didn't tell me. And my dad actually told me about 2-3 years ago. My dad told me, you know what I mean? Then I was like, oh, why didn't you tell me you did box? And I got into boxing, but you know.
Tyson Fury had a similar story, didn't he? I think his family didn't want him to box, and then they found out he'd been boxing secretly.
His family and that has always been fighters. His uncle and his dad, you know what I mean? So, you know.
You used to do a lot of sparring with Tyson Fury, didn't you?
Yeah. I used to go up to the caravan park and spar with Tyson. I've been to Belgium and spar with them and stuff. I live with them, their family, and eat and train with them and stuff. You know what I mean? I'm good friends with them. Even yesterday I was speaking to Peter, I think. Yesterday was it the day before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next question, Dylan, is a clothing one, which Spencer will love, as he's more interested in that than anything. Lee Griffiths asks, have you still got the purple suit?
Of course, one way throw it away. That's a stupid question.
Somebody tweeted.
You've got to make sure you stay fit in it, though, haven't you? You've got to stay the right same size.
Listen, see me, I do what I want to do. I don't do what people think I should do or what people say I should do. Listen, if I want to wear purple, I wear purple. If I want to wear blue, I wear blue.
Yeah.
I'm secure within myself, so I wear any colour I want.
Good for you.
I do whatever I want to do, so that's me. I'm not, you know.
Ed, you feel a little bit intimidated there? You say, right, I want, like, what are you going to tell him? No, you can't wear it. Smash up this whole studio.
No.
I wouldn't mind a purple suit. You had a purple suit last week.
Yeah, that's right. When Danny Williams beat Mike Tyson. Yeah, I had a purple suit then, yeah.
You know, in sports, you need to be a little bit colourful. In life, you need to be a bit colourful. You can't just be a robot and just be blunt. Blunt doesn't make for good anything.
Yeah, you learned that from the Joshua fight as well, didn't you? The hype around it in the side, having to kind of be colourful.
I just be myself.
Yeah.
I just be myself. I you know what I mean? I do the same. I sit here, I smile, I talk the same. I'm straightforward. I don't take no bull.
Has it changed your life, though, walking down the street? Do you get recognised more?
Yeah, I do. You know what I mean? I do, but, you know, it's just part of the job, innit?
Yeah.
I work hard to get here, so...
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, definitely. So take it your stride. Quick question for John Morton, who sort of asks: have you deleted Stormzy from your iTunes?
No, I never listened to Stormzy anyway. No. But you know, Stormzy got paid to do a job. He done the job. That's it, innit?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But one thing though, South London man never go against South London man. That's the only thing he did that was wrong.
Yeah.
Or can he be South London and go team up against a South London man from North London or Watford or wherever? That's not on. That's the only thing. That's the whole history of anything. South stick with South.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. That's why I think he's getting so much hate by the people, because it's not normal.
Well, he's getting hated for it.
Yeah, of course. People is you know.
What about you, Spence?
What about me?
Stormzy fan? One Direction, who's your...
Spence is neutral, man.
Who'd you come out to now?
Spence is neutral and Spence have to be neutral.
No. I'm being raw. Not really a Stormzy fan per se, because I don't really listen to this grime kind of music. This is young people. I'm 42 now. I don't really listen to these. Right, exactly.
Years ago.
Yeah, right. I'm 42 now. So no, I don't really listen to Stormzy, but my rapper, everyone else knows, is Nas, KRS-One, and Biggie. So those, if I've got those, that's me. So these little young kids, I don't know these young kids, but there's a new Bugsy Malone. I'm feeling Bugsy. There's a guy from Manchester.
You're from South, though. You know.
No, we know the rules. The rules are there. Yeah, exactly. The rules are how it goes. Is that if you're from South London, you're not meant to be siding up with people outside of South London. Right, that's the rules, right?
But business is business.
But business is business. Yeah. Right, business is business. But, you know what I mean? If I was to tell Stormzy this, he most probably told me to shut up. So, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Gents, pleasure having you. Dylan, really appreciate having you on the show as well. Thank you very much. Spence, good to see you as ever. Remember, get your questions in next week. Hashtag toe-to-toe. Put the call to arms out on Tuesday. Record Wednesday. We'll speak to you then.
Enjoy Sky Sports Live. On all screens, on the go, and the best bits on demand.